Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 8th March 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. hariboltrsvnectar, nectar, nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my videos, or almost all my videos, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video is no exception to that rule. It is only a continuation of what we have been doing in my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog of mine and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. In the past few videos, we have been discussing about the super soul, the 75% of humanity, 5% of divinity, and 20% of demonic natured living entities. Besides that, we have been discussing about various case histories that authenticate the theories that have been spread all around by our peers long back about these three categories. Today, we shall continue with another case history. Actually, it is connected with King Bali Chakravarti, for whom about whom two videos we made in the past 2 days. Today we shall talk about another equally interesting person. King Bali Chakravarti had one sister. Her name was Putana. When Lord Vishnu came in the incarnation of Lord Vamana, a tiny Brahmin boy, to visit King Bali and to take a donation from him. Putana was very much present there. She was one of those who watched the Brahmana boy, the tiny little boy, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Immediately, unlike probably everyone else, Putana was totally besotted with the beauty, the grace, the innocence, and the cuteness of the tiny baby boy who was hardly 8 years old. This boy, as could be expected, being an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, was probably the most beautiful child Putana had ever seen in her lifetime. She immediately fell in love with this child. However, demon, notwithstanding her intentions. It was very evident that being a demon, this woman expressed more lusty feelings than platonic love for this child. Unlike the other devotees of Lord Vishnu, like Meera, Radharani, Rukmini, Lakshmi, etc., the love from Putana was quite lusty. However, before you come into any wrong conclusion, let me tell you that even here, Putana the demon had noble intentions. She wanted this child to be her own child and to feed this child her milk. She wanted to suckle this boy. Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, being Lord Vishnu, could understand Putana's intentions quite well. However, he had come to Bali Chakravarti with some other designs, plans, and with other intentions. So, for the time being, Lord Vishnu kept quiet. However, like King Bali Chakravarti, his sister Putana was also a direct or indirect, ardent or casual devotee of the Lord. It is said that Lord intends to fulfill the desires of every of his devotee, whether demigod, common human being, or demons. Putana was a demon, but Lord Vishnu filed away this intention of Putana in his mind. He decided to fulfill this woman's natural instincts and desires one day or the other. In the Dwapar Yuga, Lord Vishnu incarnated as Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna had an enmity with his uncle Kansa, who was demonic by nature and who had many demonic friends, both male and female. When Kamsa decided to kill Krishna, he invited the same Putana to do a dirty job for him. He wanted her to become a beautiful and voluptuous woman by her own Maya and then go around the villages in that kingdom trying to suckle very innocent newborn babies and in that process kill them by putting poison on her nipples. Putana obliged, demon that she was. She became an extremely pretty, voluptuous young woman by her Maya and her design. And then she went around in the villages suckling babies and killing them in that process through her poisonous nipples. Actually, all babies look alike, and he was not able to find out who the baby Krishna was. The baby Krishna was just born at that time. One day, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the form of a baby, an infant, was playing on a cradle outside his house in the home of King Nanda and Yashoda. Putana saw him and immediately knew that this beautiful baby was actually the one that she wanted to suckle once upon a lifetime when this same baby had appeared in her brother's kingdom as the baby boy Vamana. When nobody was looking, this Putana went ahead, picked up this baby Krishna and began suckling it through her poisonous nipples. However, here Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, remembered the old promise that he had mentally made to Putana when he had come to Bali Chakravarti as Vamana. He remembered that this very Putana had desired to suckle that baby, and that baby had now become Lord Krishna. However, realizing that this woman was after all a demon, Lord Krishna immediately bit her nipples so hard that Putana gave up her life. And when she did so, she became the same demon that she was in her birth. People were horrified to see such a deadly looking demon and baby Krishna playing on her chest. Mata Yashoda immediately picked up the infant, and everyone was surprised that this very baby had killed this demon. At that time, they did not realize that this baby was none other than Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But here the twist lies. Demon or demigod or common man, a devotee of the Lord is a devotee. Putana was a demon, but she had very noble intentions of having Lord Vishnu as her baby. She wanted to suckle Krishna. Yes, she had come under the influence and spell of a demonic person like Kansa herself, and so she was helpless. However, her intentions were indeed noble. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, even as an infant, had suckled this demon, and the rewards were there for asking for Putana. Immediately after her death, just because she had not only seen Lord Krishna, but she had also tried to suckle the infant. Putana the demon got immediate deliverance and she joined the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The evil soul within her, which was not evil but just a soul which was suffering her evil activities so long, became clean and got blended into the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Putana just thus became a legend in the stories about Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, and other incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though she was a demon, he had now deified and she was now divine and a part of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We all should learn from this story that when such a demon with evil intentions can be blessed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead just because of his or her noble intentions, then what of us who can always think about God, try to become divine, become angels, celestial beings, and demigods, seek self realization, liberation, and get delivered into the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This must be our only aim. We should always have positive qualities and vibes. Think about God all the time and ultimately reach the ultimate goal of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular matter. Please give me your own expert thoughts, opinions, ideas, and views so that we may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. This is my spiritual vlog, as you already know. Kindly subscribe to this spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol TRSV Nectar NECTAR Nectar. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.